What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Nerdlocker podcast. Once again, I'm Brandon.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Chase.
And we had a little fun last podcast where we kind of did our discussion on we picked 4 people and we decide that one of them must be deleted from history entirely. And last week we did directors. These were Chase's picks of Stanley Kubrick, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, and Steven Spielberg. And we decided a 2-1 vote to delete Tarantino from history. I've been told to come up with a name for this game. That's not going to happen today. We'll have to see what comes of it. But I thought of 4 for this week. We have had time to go over this. I'm not sure that I've come to a decision yet. I don't know about you guys. But the 4 people I picked were Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Kurt Russell. You must delete one person and all of their movies along with them.
Brutal.
You guys got any initial thoughts? Anyone you're leaning to? I mean, what do you want to do? You want to think about what you're thinking about now, or
I'm leaning towards Kurt Russell right now.
Oh my
God! I was just gonna say, does anybody feel like somebody's safe? Like there's no way we can eliminate it, and that was my choice. I don't think Kurt Russell can be eliminated.
I feel the same with Kurt Russell. I don't know. It's weird when you look at these. I feel like I know who I have in my head, but I haven't really talked it out loud yet. Kurt Russell, I mean, go over his stuff real quick. You got The Thing. You got Escape from New York. I think his action movies are some of the best. I mean, even, like Captain Ron, movies like that are fucking amazing.
You've got The Best of Times.
Yeah.
With Robin Williams. You got Backdraft, Tombstone, Stargate, Executive Decision, Breakdown,
Big Trouble in Little China,
which I forgot he was in, Dark Blue, Miracle is Herb Brooks, which was amazing, Sky High, which was just fun, Death Proof,
well, by our vote last week, Death Proof never would have happened.
For you, I get to watch it on loop.
Would this take out Guardians of the Galaxy because he was in that?
Yeah, that'd be the second one. That'd be gone.
Yeah, damn.
Just his role. I mean, you could put another actor in there.
No, you can't, Chase. Nobody could be a planet like Kurt Russell.
I mean, you could not have Escape from New York without Kurt Russell.
No.
And I know they tried to do that, but that's where.
Did either one of you list The Thing?
Yeah, I said The Thing
that was
first.
The first thing you said.
And then I said Big Trouble in Little China.
You guys are aware, like, the last thing Walt Disney ever communicated on paper was, right?
Fox and the Hound?
He literally wrote Kurt Russell on a piece of paper, and that was the last thing he communicated.
Huh.
Well, I think right there he's safe then. Walt Disney said so.
Yeah, I think so. I'm curious, Chase, if you're going to change your mind now. I'm curious. So who was your safe bet?
To you?
Who's safe to me?
Yeah.
Ooh. My goodness. See, I'm trying to approach it like I did with the directors I don't want to approach it so much as a personal standpoint, but who affected cinema more, because if personal, I'd have to say Bruce Willis is safe. Just because that was the first movie I ever went to the theaters, or R-rated movie I ever saw with my dad. So that one's kind of special for me.
Which was what? What was the movie?
The third Die Hard.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, even if you start going over Bruce Willis's movie, that's the reason I kind of looked at these guys. I was gonna put The Rock in there, and although I love The Rock, I felt like he'd be the easy decision with the other 3, and I think Bruce Willis was the one I found at the end that I was like, you know what? Got to throw him in there.
He's really impressive. So I I have a tough time getting rid of him. It's funny you had him as last because as I was thinking about it, I didn't have the list in front of me. I'm like, okay, who did he put? I knew it was Schwarzenegger and Stallone, and then Kurt Russell because that was one of my favorites. And I'm like, was it Mel Gibson? I can't remember. Trying to think of somebody of that mind, and it was obviously Bruce Willis. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I forgot Bruce.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all. I mean, Die Hard off the bat with that. You've got Pulp Fiction, 12 Monkeys, which is one of my favorite fucking. And Terry Gilliam is maybe right up there as one of my favorite directors as well. But that movie's great. I mean, I wouldn't put Armageddon in the role of good movies.
The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable,
Sixth Sense, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, the whole Unbreakable stuff.
I love Lucky Number 11. Nobody's seen that, but
I love that movie. I enjoy that movie. I mean, he's another one that has been in some pretty outstanding movies.
And he's been around for a long time. Like he was in, what was it, Moonlighting, the TV show?
And he's just cool as shit.
In defense of Kurt Russell, I will say when you compare him to Bruce Willis's roles have kind of fallen off the last few years. He's doing a lot of the straight to DVD garbage. Whereas Kurt Russell, he's definitely maintained a more consistent career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think Kurt Russell, I mean, we'll go back to other people, but I think he's got an amazing story in that he was a Disney actor kid. His dad was an actor, so he kind of got the easy route there. But then he was a professional baseball player, and then he goes back to acting. He was in the California National Guard, Air Guard. I'm sorry, and it's like Jesus Christ, pilot, baseball player. He might have been. I don't know, Chase. Dude's just done so many amazing things.
Yeah, he's well, that's another reason I picked him. I didn't realize how big of a fan I was of Kurt Russell movies until I thought of him for this category.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at action stars, and honestly, biggest one that comes to mind is Arnold Schwarzenegger. We can move on to him next, but I was like, yeah, Kurt Russell, and I fucking love Escape from New York. I love Big Trouble in Little China. I know you're a fan of that as well, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, but have you seen Kurt Russell's beard lately? It's fantastic.
That Santa Claus movie he was in.
That was fucking great too, man.
I loved it. Yeah.
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shit, dude. I fucking love that movie.
They're making a sequel.
Awesome. Good. Fuck yeah, they better. Oh, man, dude, that movie was great.
Yeah, see, the more I talk about it, the harder that decision.
That's why this week, unlike last week, I didn't pick anybody. I looked up their movies, but I tried to stay neutral and be like, I'm not leaning towards anybody. I'm trying to talk it out because I felt like last week I was a little stubborn and I wouldn't take my decision. Screw you guys, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going through all their pages right now.
Well, let's look at Arnold now. I mean, half of these you don't even have to look up. The Terminator, Predator, and I mean, even when you get out of his franchise stuff, True Lies. I mean, fuck.
Conan.
It's overwhelming to think about all the fucking iconic roles that Arnold Schwarzenegger has been in, like throughout
Total Recall. Career. Heck yeah.
Yeah, like
Last Action Hero, so underrated.
Last Action Hero is fuck. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I fucking love that movie.
I don't know why that. I mean, even when it came out, it was like panned, and it's like this is like the perfect movie for the time it came out. I don't understand. It's the 90s.
So goddamn good. Like
through I don't like through. That kid actor.
No, but the fucking movie is so good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it is.
No joke. When I started watching Game of Thrones, when Tywin Lannister gets introduced as a character, I legitimately was like, holy shit, it's the dude from Last Action Hero. Like, that was my frame of reference for him as an actor. I didn't give a shit about anything else he's been in. I'm like, the villain from Last Action Heroes and Game of Thrones now?
That's awesome. Awesome reference.
I know you brought up True Lies. already, but can you think of a movie that deserved a sequel more than that one and never got it? Like that movie was perfect for a franchise. I love that.
It's like you never heard us talk about the A-Team, Chase.
Yeah, Chase, the fucking A-Team. That movie that never got the sequel it deserved.
I'm not saying there aren't. I'm just we're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, dickheads.
Dude, giving you a hard time. Yes, I agree. I think
Hey,
it should.
now, hey, real quick, I'm noticing something with Kurt Russell being in that Santa Claus movie. Bruce Willis is in Die Hard, which is technically a Christmas movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. These are all three classic Christmas movies that these guys are in, so we are getting rid of one of those with our decision. Has Sylvester Stallone been in any fucking iconic Christmas movies?
I'm looking right now.
I don't think so. I know one of the Rockies probably took place over Christmas.
Rocky, the famous Christmas movie, Rocky.
Exactly.
Now, I will say, Rambo, Rocky. I know who my pick is, or my pick was going in to be erased, and I feel like it's Sylvester Stallone. And I know that may sound shitty because you get rid of all the Rocky movies, but I think that's because I didn't have Rocky I didn't have like that connection with those movies growing up as I did, all the other movies we've just talked about from those actors. But I'm trying to not put it just to like personal opinion. I really want to like see what would be the best choice for everything.
I think that's fair because I kind of felt the same way. I did grow up with Rockies, but they kind of became a joke. And the fact that they are still making them, and the joke is, I mean, they're still actually they got better, but the fact that the joke is coming real is hilarious to me. With now Creed,
You didn't like them?
but no, I did. But I mean, the joke that it just won't go away, that we still have more Rocky movies coming out. It cracks me up. I think it was Spaceballs, like something was talking about Rocky 5000 or whatever like that. It's like, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's still going. Makes me laugh. But on the flip side, you look at what Stallone has done, like with the Expendables, and bringing all those action heroes from the 80s and 90s together in a movie and giving them a platform. And I'm not saying those are my favorite movies, but I'm like, that's pretty amazing that he was able to pull that off and pull that together. Let alone, I think people forget that he wrote Rocky. Like he's wholly responsible for that in the franchise. I know he came under a lot of criticism for Rambo when it came out because he was not in Vietnam and he's telling a Vietnam story. But I think people forget that now because there's so many of those and it got away from the Vietnam aspect of it. But I got to say, my first hit was Sylvester Stallone too, as well.
It doesn't sound unreasonable to me. I kind of like. I mean, again, Rambo's a big one for me, but I think I could get rid of Sly too.
Oh damn! Did we just figure this out? Did we figure this out in 15 minutes? Was it not as hard as we thought it would be?
I think we may have.
Shit, guys. Finish that way quick.
Boom.
Well, fuck, there it is. We gotta vet our fucking choices in the future.
Who do you think has the most iconic character though?
Arnold.
I
think I mean, I love Kurt Russell movies and I love Bruce Willis movies, but I think people, see Bruce Willis as Bruce Willis and Kurt Russell as Kurt Russell, and it's like there's a few different people who would like, oh, Kurt Russell, Snake Plissken, or oh, Kurt Russell from Big Trouble in Little China or from The Thing, whereas if they were like Bruce Willis, oh, from Unbreakable or Sixth Sense or Die Hard, but I feel like everyone's go-to on Arnold is the Terminator. It's like Arnold Terminator. That's always everybody's quick go-to.
I would argue Sly though. You could do. I always think of Rocky immediately.
I'd say you could go either that or Rambo. It depends on what time of year it is and what movie just came out. Because I mean, New Rambo movie coming out. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, he's Rambo.
I want to see it. I don't care what anyone says.
It actually looks pretty good. But
I honestly had that reaction. I was like, oh, fuck, he's Rambo. I forgot about Rambo.
the last one was actually pretty good.
Oh, it was just fucking a massacre. I loved it.
Yeah.
But I still think Arnold is. I mean, immediately people think Arnold, they go to Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, shit, guys, I thought this was going to last longer, but
is that what she said?
That is.
I've heard that about Brandon.
Hey, you know what? Both of you can kiss my ass.
Chase, I have a high respect for you because yours went for an hour, and here we are at barely 20 minutes.
I'm good. I swear it doesn't happen all the time, okay? I was nervous. It's my first time picking. And, don't judge me off of this. I'll be better next time. I have to be fucking better next time, or you guys just have more of these jokes.
Yes, we will have more of these jokes.
God damn it. All right. Well, I guess, yeah, we have to choose next week. Fuck. God damn it.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Roseanne.
Frank Oz. Yes, Roseanne.
See, we're doing particular people, but you can always do, particular TV shows or particular movies if you want. That's true.
But, all of Jim's TV shows are going to be like, I don't know. I don't know old TV show. It's just Bonanza 4 times.
Gilligan's Island.
Bonanza, the Brady Bunch. Matlock.
Did you say Matlock?
And Murder, She Wrote. Go.
That was way past their time.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Nerdlocker podcast. Please make sure to subscribe. Check us out on all forms of social media, YouTube, all that fun stuff. LinkedIn, right, guys? We have a LinkedIn, don't we? Yeah, LinkedIn.
We do.
Right.
Did you find my replacement yet?
It's been tough, man. It's been real tough.
I didn't see that homeless guy in the street, so I'll try tomorrow.
Well, thanks for listening. Tune in next time, and until then, have a nerdy week.